The report card rating at Edith L. Frierson was one to be really proud of. It shows that we have made a substantial amount of growth. We were unsat for about 2 to 3 years, and now we have moved to a rating of excellent, which is superb because it's like going from the bottom to the top. Unsat is the absolute bottom, and excellent is the absolute top. Our theme for the last 2 years have been, when we learn, we grow. And we have truly been learning and growing. And so I want to put some emphasis on the word grow because that's what we've seen, lots of growth in many areas, not only academically, but social, emotionally, behaviorally, things of that matter. And so we've been intentional with the things that we're doing, instruction. When we look at data, we use that data to inform our decision, to drive our instruction. We've been having meaningful PLCs, and if we want our kids to grow, we first have to grow our teachers. And so that's their focus, and then the teachers turn that focus in their classroom to their kids of growing them. I said to my parents when I first started here that it was my priority for this school to no longer be a priority school. And so by doing that, again, going back to the word intentional, I've been intentional about what I've been doing.
The teachers and the coaches and the admin, of course, has done a good job of marrying Montessori and public education together. We're still abiding by Dr. Montessori's materials. We still use her materials. We still use the layout of what she wanted a Montessori classroom to look like, being that it be small groups or one-on-one instruction. We have our support guides who really facilitate the independent work of the students while I'm in the lessons. But in those lessons, I'm able to use the data from iReady and the data from our formative assessments on the public education side of it to really tailor to the needs of the students.
In class, we have different subjects and we do a lot of lessons each day to get good grades, and we usually practice them. We practice them for maybe like 2 weeks, and then we can move on to another subject, but by then we can usually get that in our head, and usually after that we might have a test coming up that we can remember those facts and help us get good grades.
So we go to a lesson first, and then we got a science book that we do as a follow-up, and we can work together on it. We can work with a teacher or some students.
Intentionality. I believe that's the best way to describe what we did last year to ensure that our scholars grew. So one of the things we really jumped into was PLCs. 2 years ago, we were one of the first teams to volunteer to be a part of the PLC DDI process. We brought that back to the school, we struggled through it and we learned from it, and then last year we were able to fully implement it with all of our core teachers. That was a game changer for us as a school. Being able to have teachers come in once a week and work with our instructional coaches to learn the PLC process, to take what they have learned in the PLC process back to their classrooms and then implement it with their scholars really helped us with our game. We also use Schoolment Grow a lot. That's our classroom walkthrough tool. And going into the classrooms to ensure that what we learned about in PLCs were being implemented in the classroom to produce positive scholar results, as well as our Z period. Now we have a flex period that meets 40 minutes every day. And during that, for 3 days a week last year, we did Alex math support. Digital math support is a great program that we use that we could watch our scholars grow at the same time that we were seeing them grow in class. We implemented Achieve 3000 in our social studies and science classes as part of the support in there to assist with literacy. So those things allowed our success rates on SC Ready to grow last year.
At Jerry Zucker Middle School, we saw a major increase with our test scores just based on the curriculum that we have been using. And I think that helps students just basically engage with what they were reading in class. And I think engagement has a lot to do with how students respond to learning the content that they're learning.
In English class, we see new words that we're learning. And math class is to write on a book that we have and answer questions. The teacher help us, like explaining the first exercise, and then we do the rest.
Well, firstly, we've been blessed with a marvelous district level leader by the name of Trevor Strotterman. We've also been blessed with a superlative curriculum instruction specialist. And with the leadership that we got together, to procure a School of Innovation by means of approval from the district in terms of the school board, superintendent, as well as the state. And under the umbrella of School of Innovation, we were able to do things that we necessarily would not have been able to do had we not this status. So that's basically first and foremost. And as a result of the School of Innovation, we are able to attune the needs of our teachers and students as opposed to one size fit all. Our PDs and our PLCs are quite different than any other schools. They are curtailed for the individual on-site problem that we have. So that would be the answer in terms of our improvements, was the vision to procure that status, that North Charleston High School, part of vernacular, could do its own thing.
What the School of Innovation has allowed us to do are so many things. One of the biggest thing is seat time. With that, we can truly personalize instruction for our students. Our population, as well as many other populations, are behind often with their graduation progress or even with just being promoted to the next grade. So once we were approved as a School of Innovation, we actually began credit recovery pods. And basically it was not somewhere that was a punishment to go, that was demoralizing to go. This was somewhere where students finally felt success where they hadn't in the past. So teachers worked really hard. They developed personalized learning plans for these students. Students would take a diagnostic, figure out what standards do I know, what do I not know yet, and then they'd have a unique learning plan for them. So they could move faster or slower if need be. What that also did for our school report card is helped our graduation rate, because we were able to get students back on track for a 4-year graduation. And then last year was the first year for the student success rate, which our 9th graders, it was on the report card for how many, the percentage of them being promoted to 10th grade, and that was one of our biggest gains. I can't say gains, it was the first year, but I think we really did a great job with that. With that also, we have our ML pods, and of course our ML growth is a large part of our school report card. About a third of our school is now the ML population. So that pod with the waiver, we are able to have students have truly personalized instruction based on their WIDA levels, based on their English levels and their math levels, to have personalized instruction in a station rotation model with a math teacher, an ML teacher, and an English teacher. And what that has done for just the success of our students and their confidence with the English language in their other classes, as well as on the assessment that they have to take, has been truly amazing.
There's different ways that they teach us. For example, station rotation, where we have like 3 stations. On the first one, the teacher will give us like direct instructions on the topic. Then we will have time for individual practices. And then we will have like technology, where we have more time to practice, or like the people that have master can help other students, and well, that the teachers are always there for you, helping you. For example, if you want to go to college or you want to get a job or you need help in anything, you can always go to the teachers and ask for help. And if they can't do it, they will find someone that can.